guys, it's Ty with Ty the Dog Guy on the Daily, and I want to talk today about spite. Spite is a very human emotion. A lot of humans exhibit spite. Something happens that they don't like, and they're going to punish somebody using spite. Maybe a spouse doesn't like something, and so that spouse is going to withhold attention or is going to intentionally do something, that the other spouse doesn't like out of spite. Kids do that. Our species does a lot with spite, right? Now, a lot of folks think that their dogs do things out of spite as well. Example, my dog only chews when we leave. He's doing it out of spite. Or my dog only goes to the bathroom on the floor when we're gone. He's angry that we left. He's doing it out of spite. Or my dog only has this bad behavior after we leave the groomers. He's mad that we went to the groomers, so he does this behavior out of spite. So something I've heard quite a bit, and it's a question I get quite a lot, like, how do I get my dog to not do things out of spite? And the reality is, I don't believe dogs do things out of spite. I'm fairly certain that humans are the only species that has access to spite. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe cats do. I don't know. Maybe other gorillas or orangutans or something do. I don't know. But as far as dogs, I don't believe dogs are capable of using spite. So that leaves the question then, like, okay, if my dog's not doing these things out of spite, why is he doing these things when I'm gone, or after this behavior, or only when my new girlfriend comes over, or only, blah, blah, blah. Why does my dog only do these behaviors when it looks like he's trying to get back at me and trying to spite me? So first of all, like I say, as humans, we use spite quite a bit. And so that's the first thing that we need to understand, is that oftentimes, in a situation like this, there's a pretty good chance we're projecting. Because if we were to do something similar, probably about the only reason we would do it is because of spite. So that's the first thing to check off the list, is to understand that just because it's spite when it comes from a human doesn't mean it's spite coming from a dog. So almost all of the behaviors that people have complained to me about over the years and blamed on spite, it's very easy to turn around and blame them on stress. And so that is where I believe the answer comes. So someone says, my dog's mad when I leave, so she chews up my underwear. The dog is spiting me. No, the dog is stressed by your absence, and as a result, wants to chew something. And when dogs are stressed and they chew, there's a little chemical that's released into the bloodstream that makes them feel more comfortable and happier. And so, for a lot of dogs, it makes sense to chew something that reminds them the most of that person that they care for. And guess what? Your underwear and your socks and your shoes and the TV remote and your cell phone, all of these things smell a lot like you because you either touch them a lot or they're in your grossest, sweatiest places. And so as a result, they really smell like you. And so the dog's not ticked off that you're gone and chewing your stuff to get back at you. The dog is nervous that you're gone. It wants to feel closer to you. So don't take that as a compliment. Don't be like, oh, my dog wants to feel close to me. That's why he ate all my new underwear. No, don't do that. But like I said, it's more often why. Or again, my dog's mad that we went to the vet, or mad that we went to the groomer, or mad that we went to daycare or boarding or whatever. And that's why he's acting out like this. Again, more than likely we're talking about a stress behavior. The dog is stressed, doesn't know how to deal with it, and when a dog doesn't know how to deal with stress, quote-unquote bad behaviors are going to come out. Things like destruction, things like going to the bathroom, things like, hyperactivity or even aggressive behavior are often in response to stress. And so like I say, the key here is not how do I get my dog to not be spiteful. The key is how do I get my dog to feel less stress.